Hi everyone, it's Red Hill Eagle here, and this is a World of Sport Wrestling using TEW 2020, and it's Unleashed Week 1 on Tuesday of the month of September, and it's episode 6 of the series, and let's get straight into Unleashed then, shall we? It kicks off with a video package of the Unleashed special from Saturday just gone. So it features the matches with Boris Fedorov, Doug Williams, John Hennigan, and Zack Sabre. That contract match that Hennigan got the win in despite cheating. Shah Samuels, Mark Haskins, and Yestin Reese and Chris Renfrew. Rating of 37, not great, but there's a few storylines there being advanced. And then the show proper kicks off with Doug Williams in the ring, and he's demanding to speak to Fred Payne. He wants a rematch for the World of Sport World Championship after Katie Lees again interfered in the match that gave Boris Fedorov the win and allowed him to retain the championship. And Doug Williams wants a rematch, and Payne has accepted. How long can this go on for? Rating of 38 overall. First match of the night, John Ryan against Andy Simmons, and it's Simmons that gets the win in 9 minutes 57 by pinfall with a Simmons splash, 41. So above average there for what we're looking for. Nice to see. Zack Sabre Jr. and Fred Payne are then in a discussion. Zack Sabre lost to John Hennigan at the Unleashed special, and the contract went to John Hennigan. Zack Sabre is to leave the world of sport. However, he is demanding a contract from Fred Payne. He says, I was cheated. Everyone knows that I was cheated. It's on camera. Fred Payne says, look, you guys have had, 4 matches now? You know, the referee didn't see what happened. Unfortunately, it's just a bad circumstance. You've lost the match. Referee's decision's final. I'm afraid you've got to go. And Zack Sabre's, disappointed. He said, you're losing out here. You're losing out on my talent. World of Sport Wrestling is going to be poorer for it. And as Zack Sabre goes to leave the office, Fred Payne says, oh, hold on. There might be a way we can get around this. And then the camera cuts to our next segment, but this one gets a 41. Then we have Mark Haskins taking on Mark Sloan. And as we all know, Mark Haskins seems to have some kind of imaginary friend accompany him wherever he goes. Haskins gets the win here in 14 minutes 22 by pinfall with a cradle to the grave and a 42 rating. That's pretty decent. I'm pleased with that. Haskins is visibly delighted. His friend is not visibly delighted, but they appear to be celebrating together after the match. Yestin Reese then is asking for the match he deserves against Shah Samuels. If you think way back to the beginning of this series, Yestin Reese was cheated out of his opportunity to join the gauntlet match for the championship when Shah Samuels cheated him out of that opportunity. And Reese has been asking for a match against Samuels ever since. And it's a rating of 36, where Fred Payne just says, look, I know he's got a lot on at the moment. I'll ask him. That's all I can do. So Fred Payne needs to ask Shah Samuels if he's prepared to enter into a match against Yestin Reese. Chris Arraba, I hope I've pronounced that right, then takes on Lionheart. A rating of 43, very pleasing. And it's Lionheart that gets the win in 7 minutes 29 by pinfall with a frog splash. Messiah Hallberg then at the news desk announces that there will be another Unleashed special at the end of this month. So the first one was a big success, and they want to go ahead with another one at the end of this month. Rating of 27, perhaps not the right guy here for this segment, but we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it for the moment. Rampage Brown then takes on Joe Hendry, and it goes 10 minutes 14, and Rampage Brown gets the win by pinfall with a brainbuster suplex, rating of 42. So again, another one there that above average, really. I think anything kind of like anything above sort of 37, 38. I think 37, 38 is kind of like the average. So yeah, 42 is a decent score. Then we have James Mason, and he is asking for his match against Nick Aldis. But Nick Aldis comes out and he says, "Look, you didn't beat Barry Griffiths. That was the deal. You beat Barry Griffiths. You get a match against me." And Mason, obviously disappointed, but he's kind of come to accept it at the moment. I mean, he probably hasn't, but visibly it looks like he's accepting that. He knows he was cheated in that match. Nick Aldis obviously helped Griffiths win, and it was only by count out. He distracted Mason, and Mason chased him down the aisle and got counted out. But a rating of 41 there, so another decent segment. Sam Bailey then takes on Joel Masters, and it's a subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Joel Masters defeated Sam Bailey in 10 minutes 51 by pinfall with a choke slam. 38 is it's a poor. Well, I know I'm saying 38 is average, but I don't know. I just see the yellow and I think it's poor. But no, I suppose it's not too bad actually. As I say, being an average score probably isn't too bad really. But yeah, it's just a win here for Joel Masters. We've just signed him, and he's one of the guys I want to sort of push as a bit of a monster. So he gets the win here. Fred Payne is then talking to Katie Lees, the manager of champion Boris Fedorov, and he's basically telling her, look, you need to keep out of this title match. You need to stop interfering in these matches. And he says, if you continue to interfere, there will be consequences. And consequences is the key word here. Rating of 37. Tonight's main event, Boris Fedorov defends his World of Sport Wrestling Championship against Doug Williams again. And it's Boris Fedorov who gets the win in 14 minutes 30 by pinfall with a lariat. It's defense number 3. Katie Lee did interfere again. I don't know why it doesn't always come up on here. I think it's if you use manager interference, it doesn't come up. If I used outside interference, it probably would come up. But that was the deal. Katie Lees once again came along, tripped Williams, gave Boris Fedorov the upper hand, and he managed to keep the momentum going and get the victory to keep the World of Sport Wrestling Championship. 49, decent score. Hopefully, I think we're looking at a pretty good score for the show overall. 41, yeah, we've had better, but 41 is good. Increasing the popularity in 13 regions, which again, anything that's increasing our popularity, particularly in all the regions we're covering at the moment, is brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I've had 2 subscribers now. I know I had a previous channel which had quite a few more and an awful lot more viewers. This channel's taking perhaps a little bit longer to get going, but I'm going to stick with this series. And I know I've said that before, but I'm really sort of planning this one out. I'm really sort of being a little bit more creative with what I'm doing in terms of storylines. I'm not just throwing feuds together and putting the matches together and just playing the game, if you like. I am sort of thinking of storylines and thinking of different ways that they can go. You haven't seen the end of a couple of them that you might think have ended. Very intriguing. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm sure you caught the Fred Payne reaction to Zack Sabre, as in there might be a way we can get around this. So yeah, that probably gave you a good hint that that's not over. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one, and please join me for the next one. Things are going to start to get going now. We're coming into it. Well, this is now our second week. We're coming into our second big event at the end of this one. It's another Unleashed special, and yeah, so I hope to join you for that one. Please take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.